Hello everyone, I am Janhavi Panwar. Welcome back to my channel, or if you guys are new here, then welcome to my channel. Alright, British or American, which one do you use? And I've seen a lot of Indians just mixing the both, you know, they're using British words somewhere and then using American words somewhere. I think it's because of the access we have and the way we have been exposed to so many things, British and American both. So we tend to confuse between the two, and both of them are stuck in our minds. And somehow when we are talking, we tend to use both. Sometimes we are saying flat, other time we are saying apartment. Sometimes we are using the spelling C-O-L-O-R, other times we are using the spelling C-O-L-O-U-R. So there is a difference. So which one are you using? Find out now. Are you using British or American? First, let's talk about vocabulary differences. There are words which are different for same things. So let me tell you how. Number one we have lift, another one we have elevator. Now, British people, they usually call this a lift. However, American people, they call this an elevator. So if you're using both, then yes, you're mixing the two. But if you're saying lift, then you're using British accent. However, if you're saying elevator, then that's American accent. Another one is this one. Now this is, what is it? A flat or an apartment? Well, if you're saying a flat, then this is British accent. You know, oh, that's my flat over there. So that's your British accent. You're using the British words and British pronunciation. Maybe not pronunciation, maybe you're just saying a British word in an American pronunciation. That sounds even weirder. However, if you're saying the word apartment, then that is American English. So flat for British English and apartment for American English. Another one is, all right, do you go on a holiday or do you go on a vacation? Where do you go? For example, if you have few days off, then is that going to be a holiday for you or will that be a vacation? Let me tell you, if you say that you're going on a holiday, you are using holiday as they do in British accent. However, if you say I'm going on a vacation, so you're just saying that in American English. So holiday in British English and vacation in American English. Also, I have a list of these words as well as just too many spellings differences and pronunciation differences, vocabulary differences, and even proper British and American accent, you know, different sounds, duh, ta, r, diphthongs, monophthongs, even slangs. I have everything, more than 50 videos on my website, which is janhavipanwar.com, because I really think that if you guys want to learn an accent, then learn from sounds, slangs, these differences, phonetic alphabet, even syllable stress, because there is a difference with syllable stress. I'm going to tell you exactly how in this video too. I'm going to tell you if you're stressing the right kind of words. What part are you stressing of the word to know whether it's an American English or a British English? So I'm going to tell you everything, and for even in a more elaborated version, you can go check out my British and American English course on my website www.janhavipanwar.com. The link for that is in the description box down below. Now, let's continue with our video. Another one is, what do you say? Do you say chips or do you say fries? Well, for this, if you're saying chips, then that's in British English. However, if you're calling it fries, then that's American English. So it's fries in British and chips in American. Now, these were vocabulary differences. Now let's talk about spelling differences. As I said, are you using C-O-L-O-R or are you using C-O-L-U-R? So let's talk about this. Now, if you're using the spelling C-O-L-O-U-R, so that is British English. However, if you're using C-O-L-O-R, that's American English. So color and color, same. So it's color in British English and color in American English. What about this word? This is, so are you using the spelling C-E-N-T-R-E or are you using the spelling C-E-N-T-E-R? C-E-N-T-R-E is British English. C-E-N-T-E-R is American English. So it's center and center. Center. I also have a video on this T plus N rule in American English. You can go and check it out. Now let's talk about another spelling. Are you using O-R-G-A-N-I-S-E or are you using ORGANIZE? So if you're using the word, if you're using organize with an SE, so that's British English, organize. However, if you're using it with a Z, that's American, organize. So British and American. Now let's talk about another spelling. Are you using THEATRE or THEATER? If you're using the former, so that's British English, so it's theater, theater. But if you're using the latter, then that's American English, theater, theater. Let's talk about another spelling. Another one we have is this one. So are you using DEFENCE or DEFENSE? So defense with the C is British English, defense. Or defense with an S is American English, defense. Again, well, different spellings and same pronunciations. Now, I have some pronunciation differences too. Let's talk about those. So this is what? This is a tomato or tomato. What is it? Now, if you're saying tomato, so that's British English, mato. If you're saying tomato, then that's American English. You're putting the stress where? On may. As I said, there are going to be different patterns of stress too. So in my course of British and American English, I also talk about these stress patterns. So in British English, we're saying tomato. In American English, we say tomato. So which one are you using? Another one I have is, are you saying this word as schedule or schedule? So if you're saying schedule, that's British English. But if you're saying schedule, that's American English. Now let's talk about another pronunciation difference. Another one is advertisement or advertisement. Which one are you saying? Advertisement or advertisement? So if you're using the former, that's British English, advertisement. However, if you're using the latter, that's American, advertisement. So it's the and ties, the difference. Another pronunciation difference is, are you saying this word as aluminium or aluminum? So if you're saying aluminium, that's British English. However, if you're saying aluminum, that's American English. So let me know in the comment section down below, do you use British accent more or American accent? And obviously, if you are speaking in English, make sure to stick to one so that people don't get confused. I know it can get a bit confusing at the same time. So just make sure to stick to one, make sure to know the differences, and you can know a lot more of it in my courses on www.janhavipanwar.com. The link for that is in the description box down below. As for me, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye everyone, stay safe.